Had something interesting happen to me tonight, though. The farmer texted me as he was picking the crops, and he's like, "Is this your box blind out here?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Someone put a box blind on the property line facing into my field." And I'm like, "Oh, wasn't me, man." Uh, so the property lines are in the middle of the fields, like there's just fields that butt up to each other, different landowners. And this particular piece of property has like it's just 40 acres, maybe. It may not even be that much, but someone has put two box blinds on both corners of the field on the property line, facing out into, not my field, but the farmer that lets me hunt's field. And then they have two other ones back in the other corners of the property. He seemed pretty upset about it. He's going to go put a no trespassing sign in his field facing up into the box blind. So
I'd put one on stilts that's 20 feet high, just as high as the stand. That's the size of a sheet of plywood.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you set up to shoot onto the property without asking,
yeah,
that would probably, if I was the landowner, eliminate your chance to come over and track a deer onto my property.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the bad part is like, I'm not so sure if he would have, that guy, whoever it is, would have asked the farmer. He probably would have said, "Yeah, you can shoot over there." I wouldn't be surprised if he would say that. But since he didn't,
didn't ask, right?
Yeah, it irritated him. But yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. I'm not going to be down there opening. I'm sure they're going to be gun hunting Saturday, but I'm not going to be down there. But another guy that hunts out there with us is going to be down there, so it'll be interesting to see what those people end up doing.
So we had a similar problem like that on Dave's farm for a while. We had people in the back that would wait for us to be gone and would come up and drive the land. They would run through it. They'd drop people off in trucks and they'd just run through the property and chase all the deer onto their property and they'd shoot them. They would sneak on the property and hunt, and we didn't really want to overhunt the property. We would stay out of there for like the opening weekend of gun and go in there later in the week, and all the deer would be piled up in there. But when they started realizing that, they'd be sneaking over, ruining it for us. So we didn't really want to change our plans. We like doing deer drives opening weekend and then coming to the property later on. And so what we did was we took some old orange hunting clothes that were just in bins that we don't wear anymore, and we made mannequins out of them and put them in stands, and that problem stopped. Because every time they look out, there'd be a guy in a tree.
Right. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to do something like that. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna try to go down there Saturday and talk to the people or what. But anyway, it's always something on that farm though. Like
if you got to stand in view of that, you should think about doing a mannequin.
Yeah, no, we do. We got it like in the middle of the property I can hunt. There's a creek that runs through there, and we have a couple of ladder stands up on that creek so you can shoot it into the field, for gun season. And they're on the property line looking in the same field we are, which I am. I don't know. My dad's had all kinds of bad luck with trespassers on that farm, so I'm kind of glad I saw it until sending him in there and him getting frustrated with more people messing around down there in front of him. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do something because they're a huge eyesore too. They cut like, it's not like a redneck box blind or anything. It's like a chemical tote they cut in half and they spray painted it camouflage, and it's just sitting on a couple of just some stilts of some sort. So it is what it is. It doesn't surprise me in the least bit in that area. We always have something like that going on every year. It just hadn't been so bad the last couple of years because of the farmer. He kind of got serious about stopping trespassers when he started to realize how many people were messing around down there that he didn't know who they were. And, and what actually changed it for him was whenever they started allowing rifles here in Indiana, that made him real nervous. He's like, I don't like to think about there being, 10 guys that I don't know on my property with high power rifles. He said, shotguns, I just was not that big a deal to me, but these high power rifles, I don't like that. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a good point. He says, especially, he's like, you don't know who they are. And, his father-in-law doesn't know who they are, you know, and we don't know where they're at because they're trespassing, you know. And anyway, that's kind of what actually tipped him to start thinking about trespassers seriously. Because in the past, I think he just was like, whatever, you know, we tell him about him. Well, whatever. I don't have time to mess with it. But sounds like we're going to have kind of some issues again here coming up. Hey, everybody. If you like the channel, make sure you subscribe right here. And if you like the clips, I got 2 more options for you. 2 options right here. Subscribe right here. See you guys.